Well, hi everybody, it's Leanne Greff with today's live video. It is Tuesday at 11 a.m. I usually do that every week. Last week I missed because I was sick. Actually had kind of laryngitis, sore throat. I'm still not doing the best. It could be better. I have a cough now, of course, that's lingering, so I hope I can get through this without too much of the cough going on. So, gosh, and you think I had that straight. Let's see if that will help. I don't know why I can't seem to get those straight before I start. Come on. Let's recycle that. Oh, I think I made it worse, didn't I? Okay. Maybe that'll do it. All right. So, I haven't seen any comments yet that anybody's joining me, so I'll just wait another minute or two to make sure I've got, oh, now I made it worse again, didn't I? How does that work? Okay, maybe that'll do. Boy, there's quite a lag here on my video for, anyway, hopefully I am live. Excuse me. Okay, just waiting to see a comment. Hopefully I've got some people following and on with me. Just seems like it is very slow to catch up. We are expecting a winter storm here in North Dakota today. Well, there we are. Good morning, Leanne. Hi, thank you for commenting so I know that people are seeing me. All right, we'll get started. Let's see what to talk about first. Let's do door prizes first for a change. So last week, or 2 weeks ago, I should say, I decided to give away a set of the paper butterflies and a set of 4 cards. Most of them are, well, a couple of them are fun fold cards. So some interesting layouts. There's one that opens like that. So that's the good morning, Diane. Thank you for joining me. So the winners from 2 weeks ago, live video who commented and shared are Cindy Collette and Cindy Howard, both Cindys. So Cindy Collette won the butterflies and Cindy Howard won the cards. So I contacted Cindy for her address. I think I have Cindy Howard's. So thank you so much, gals, for commenting, sharing. I appreciate that very much. Get the word out on my videos. So this week I'm giving away a package of iridescent rhinestone basic jewels for somebody who comments, and for somebody who shares, I'm giving away, let's see if I can get these out of here, a partial pack, it's pretty full, of the One Horse Open Sleigh designer paper at 6x6, and this was an online exclusive last winter, I believe. So I thought it was appropriate to give it away today. So yeah, you can use the back sides if you don't like the scenes. It's really pretty paper. I used it quite a bit. Okay, well thanks already for sharing, Michelle. I appreciate that. Okay, let's get on. I wanted to share this month in November, we added 2 new kits. Every month they have at least 2 new kits, and they say they're going to have 3 some months. So Nature's Painting Kit and the Layered Landscape Kit. Now these are all-inclusive kits that are seen in our kit collection. And I ordered one of them. I ordered the Nature's Painting Kit. And it's so unusual. I thought I'd share what's included with you. So you get a set of, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 watercolor pencils. And you get an aqua painter or a water brush, and that's to color these pretty scenes or images. So this is watercolor paper, and I think it's like 26, I could be wrong, but 20, and it's really thick, so it's kind of hard to, there's a couple blank pages, and then you get, there's some poinsettias, some florals and leaves, sunflowers. These, now some of these would be okay to cut, like this one, into half to get more card fronts or art. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Here's another one, poppies. So yeah, it's really cool. And like I said, this is very thick watercolor paper. And they give you basic instructions on how to blend and suggestions on coloring. You can see the steps here on the poinsettias, how they colored those. So yeah, it's very cool and a great kit to take with you to a crop, or maybe I had somebody order it because she's going to have surgery and she thought I can just sit and color while I can't do much after surgery. So I thought that was a great idea too, but great to have on hand. You know, watercoloring or coloring is one of those calming things for a lot of us. You know, there's those adult coloring books. So this is a good example of that. So that was part of the new arrivals. And this is all of the new arrivals that came a couple weeks ago now in our online exclusives, including the color wheel. So if you haven't gotten this yet, you might be interested in getting that to help you organize or plan your colors if you have trouble with that. So that's been a popular item. Okay, so the next thing is the inventory status report. And that is very small, although there's a lot more. I didn't list all the inks or the blends, or there's some adhesives. I just usually do the what I consider popular items, like embellishments, papers, and dies or punches. So yeah, the peppermints were available for like 4 days. They lasted longer this time, but now they're gone till December 23rd. Although now and then they surprise us and they come in faster, but you gotta jump when I posted on my Facebook page when they came in. So, you know, pay attention if you're not following me that some of these popular items I'm starting to post when they come back in, because people are like, hey, get me some, or tell me when they come in. And I'm like, well, I can't remember to tell everybody, so I better just post it. Okay, so today, my projects, I'm going to try and keep this video as short as I can so I can not start coughing. So this is the Encircled in Nature bundle, and I think it's so beautiful. It has leaves and florals, and of course the wreaths, and greenery, and then trees. So I'll show you the first card. I'm going to try and get through at least one. Once I get a coughing spell, sometimes I just have to quit. So I'm hoping that's not going to happen today. So here is the card that I wanted to share today. This I made for a recent, well, I guess it's about a month ago, for an online swap. And I think it's just gorgeous, and most people did too. So I want to show you how that's made. One color with white, and sometimes those are my favorite cards. Almost a monochromatic. Now you might notice the texture in the back, and that is the birchwood embossing folder. It's just gorgeous. So trying to think, yep, I did. I had some of this done in advance because it was part of, I think I was swapping, and I sometimes get a little like, keep going, you know, forget to stop and not continue making all the cards. So we're going to just add a little ink. I'm going to ink with my blending brush, and see that first little dab? That usually is not a good thing. So I always start off the paper and just slowly, and I only want the edges for the most part. I just want a hint. So I'm brushing very lightly. And I tend to use a circular motion. Some people do back and forth, which is fine, especially when there's a texture like this. But circular works well for me. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing or similar to, and I guess I already have one stamped here, so that'll save me a little bit of time. And I only wanted the side with the trees, this side right here, with ink on it. So always start off the paper, and you can decide how much you want to get into the center, And sometimes I'm not putting hardly any pressure. Well, I should say light pressure. And it helps if you don't re-ink. If you want a soft look like this, don't re-ink, but just keep going instead of adding more ink to your brush. Now I want a little heavier here, even though it might not show because I've got a lot going on the side here. But I think that's pretty good. Okay, we'll set aside my ink. I do have, my team and I this weekend, we had a swap, and our swap this month was, I guess I have a few die cuts. Maybe I have extras. Yep, I think I do. Make sure that they all form into a circle. Okay, now this is using, gosh, I don't remember which glimmer paper it is, but this is pretty peacock glimmer paper. So, and it looks like this one's going to go here, and this one is supposed to go in the same direction. What am I going to do? I wonder if I used the wrong one on another one. What is the solution to that? Well, I think I'm going to be okay with that if I kind of cover up that end with that. What do you think? I'll be able to do that. And then of course this is first, so now we will start our gluing process. And if you've never used a silicone mat, that can be very helpful. Now I could have used the adhesive sheets on this, and please tell me you're going to work. I only brought one of these over today. Oh boy. Hold on, let me see if I can get that to work by using pressure. Oh, it's starting. A lot of times I use a pin, a little stick pin. Sometimes I can get, we'll see. Oh, there we go. Now I might use some of that in a little bit. We'll see. Okay, so I have a little bit of a goober there. And oh boy, that's coming out very strong all of a sudden. And that's what happens when you get a little plug. Then all of a sudden it wants to come out all at once. But try to get just a small amount of glue and then spread it with the tip. And if you want to, if you're worried that it's going to spread too much, do that on your silicone mat. Get rid of some of that. Now the trick is to get these trees going the right direction and not cattywampus. Okay. Then we'll sneak this in, and I think I'm going to just remove that little tip. And, ooh, this is not cut out all the way. We'll do that. That might help. Sorry, I should have used adhesive sheets on this. That would do a lot to save some time. Oh, here's some more that are not cut out all the way. Sometimes glimmer paper is more difficult to cut, but I have not been having trouble. I did see somebody report that they had more trouble when I actually want that to come out. So I'm going to scoot this over. I want that to hang off the edge. Even though I added glue there, we are now going to add some. I should have done this ahead of time. Actually, I made this card like, I don't know, more than a month ago. So it's kind of like memory. And with the cold, I don't know if any of you have that trouble, but boy, my brain is not 100% these days. It's kind of mush. Okay, now we will add more glue. And these are a little bit bigger, so I can spread that a little more. And adding adhesive on top of glimmer paper, it does not want to stick. It just does not like to stick. I think that's gonna look good right about there. You have to give it a little encouragement, a little pressure. I want to cover up that little leaf or that end that we used there. Okay, oops, see, my finger was sticky. Okay, so let's get to the card here. So I find that monochromatic cards with a lot of white are very soothing, and people find them very pretty. So if you're going for elegance, I think that is a good tip, is to keep it one color. Okay, so I already tied a bow. Now this is our silver sheer ribbon, and this is one, I think this is the one that's out of stock right now. I can't remember if that's an online exclusive or if this is in the catalog. I would have to check that. But one is a striped iridescent, and I'm pretty sure this is the one that is out of stock. So a little ribbon kind of where those meet. And then we have, and I already stamped this one. This one says "Here for You." Great for a sympathy. We'll put a little adhesive there and then decide how we want to add these little kind of berries maybe. Okay, now a few dimensionals. You want to cover up some of that adhesive. There we go. Yeah, the silicone mat really does help the mess. If you have trouble with glue, that is a secret. Now what some people do is they actually put some glue on here like this, and then they'll tap their little item right on there, and they don't have to, and then adhere it. So, and then this just wipes right away when you're done. All the glue just wipes right away. So it is quite invaluable if you use liquid glue. So I think that's the first card. Isn't that beautiful? Now the inside of this one, I did stamp the tree image. This one right here. Repeatedly. So I'll show you. This is one of my favorite ways to add, especially with trees. You go kind of high and then you go lower. And the reason for that is this is now darker because when you get to the edge of a card, it kind of misses between the cardstock and your scrap paper. So I'm gonna go that and then that and that. Oh, I might just do another little. So it's just so fun to add the two tones. Remember, you can get sometimes 2, 3, and 4 tones of ink from one color of ink pad. So thank you. I really like the card too. I think it's so beautiful. So this stamp set is gorgeous, and it has dies for all of, I think, most of these images in here. So I'm going to do another card with this. Now a different theme, kind of a fall theme. So let me get my parts and pieces set aside and bring back the other one. As long as my cough stays away, we will do this. Okay, so here is kind of a fall themed. I did the same embossing folder. This is very similar card, only a window card. So hopefully I remember, because I made this, well, go over a week ago. So hopefully I remember how to do it. Okay, here is my, so what I did is I cut out this layer, cut my card base, then I laid it on here and used the larger circle die, which, where did I put my dies? Oh, here. So I used the larger circle die to cut both of these out at the same time. So then I have my layer that then I embossed, and then my window. Okay, so then they match up perfectly. And you can do that. You can cut 2 layers at the same time, as long as it's not a real detailed die. If you just have a shape, you can do that. So with 2 layers of our cardstock. And this piece, I don't know what I'll do with both of those. This one I can probably use. This texture one I probably won't use unless I die cut something else out of it. We'll see. So let's see if I can remember what I did when I made this card a week ago. And in my cold brain, that's a long time. Okay, so I know I textured, or I added some, this is Basic Beige, our new neutral, which I love. I'm going to bring in that piece of paper again to keep my grid paper a little bit cleaner. And it has like a greenish tone to it, but it isn't. So here I'm going to go back and forth more because it's very subtle and I don't want a lot of color. Back and forth or circular, I don't know. Trying to just get a real subtle look to it. Just to show off that pretty texture a little bit more. It almost looks like I don't have a whole lot of texture going on the upper side for some reason. Okay, I think I'm done with that color. Now, what was I saying? This is the piece I need. All right, so now I have to find where that was to know what's, there we go, what's north and what's south. So I'm going to put just a little scratch mark here. I would use a pencil, but I don't have one near me. All right, so now we're going to color. And the colors, your stamp. I might stamp first. Let me get my trees. And that is an old olive. I really like a sunset type card. That's kind of one of my favorite things. So I know this is my bottom. And so I want to be as vertical as I can be, but I want to get it all on the circle. There we go. Okay. Excuse me. And right away, I think I will do that greeting. You mean so much to me. Okay. All right. I think that's, well, it's not quite it for the olive because on those leaf die cuts, that's what I want this to look like. So I'm going to use a few colors, and I have my olive here, and it's very difficult with this big brush. I wish I had, but I already had this inked in olive, so I went ahead and used it. Otherwise, I would use the small brushes like I will next. I'll show you. So Little Cajun Craze. Ooh, that is dark. These fall colors are so pretty to blend together. We actually planted a maple tree a few years ago, and I just love it. It's very small, but yeah, it was really pretty this fall. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do on there. Okay, so now to get to our coloring on the leaves. So I started off with yellow, or actually a peach pie. And, no I didn't. I started off with crushed curry, or actually Daffodil Delight. And I had this sponge dauber, so I thought I'm going to try the sponge dauber. And let's get to a clean spot. And just start adding some yellow, like a sunset, and slowly work our way up. And you can do it as heavy as you want. I like to have soft toward the top where I'm going to blend another color, and then brighter at the bottom. Okay, that's enough for that. Then we will use this is peach pie. And get that blend with that yellow. And I'm gonna go crosswise, so I hope I don't get any blotches. Sometimes if it isn't quite dark enough, you tend to get a little bit heavy-handed. Let's see if I can do this. That's looking better. Not adding more ink, but just repeatedly brushing. Okay, then we're going to go to Calypso Coral. And I think I'm going to use the same, excuse me. Thank you, I'm glad you like the cards. Okay, now we can go from the top. So blending you need sometimes a little bit of patience, because if you truly want it to blend softly, it's repeated brushing. And depends on just how dark you want it. Now I think I want to get my uppermost circle darker so it has more contrast. It's turning out pretty well, huh? I think that's good. I'll stop while I'm ahead, right? Okay, so we're putting this card together pretty much like we did the last one, except this. Let me get my bone folder here. Make my card mind so much easier to work with when it is holds flat. Okay, so, oh, wouldn't you know, I am crooked. No, am I really crooked? Well, guess what? I am going to put it in straight. I think it's more my greeting that was a little bit crooked, and let it just be where it is. That's my solution to my crooked greeting. That's kind of hard. I probably should have waited to do my greeting until it was in the card. But you know, sometimes adding greetings to circular areas is very hard to get straight. At least it is for me. So it just won't match up perfectly. I'd rather have straight and imperfect than crooked. How about you guys? I can't, now and then slightly crooked I can do, but not terribly crooked. Okay, and once we get all of our extra items, now I'm going to add these little things right here. And that's going to be just in fact, I think what I'm going to do is use glue dots and then not have anything that's going to hang over, because I want these to hang over the inside. So, and then this one will go here, and I'm just going to adhere them on the tip. I'm sorry, I just got the tip right there. And I kind of want them to go inside. So they're kind of going to be hanging. And these, what I can do is put adhesive on the outer edge. Does that make sense? Because that's where they're going to adhere. So just a little bit on the outer edge. And so the inside do not have adhesive on them. Just how much do I want to hang in? And how much, yeah, I think I want to hang it over. So again, the outside will have adhesive on it. You just have to have a little bit of patience when you're using the glue, because it, go. And here is our bow. Now this one I had a double bow, and this one I'm just going to do a single bow with twine. And the twine I used is the Natural Tones linen thread. This is in the holiday catalog. It was gone for quite a while, Now it's back. And this Encircled in Nature set is an online exclusive, which only means it's not in a catalog. I don't know how many of you realize what online exclusive means, but it's simply just that. It's just not in a printed catalog. So these are the In Color 2023-25 In Color Sparkle Gems. And they're perfect, even though I didn't use any of these colors, because, well, anyway, this is the Wild Wheat, and gosh, who can remember what the other color is? Like I said, my little brain is a little slower than the average lately. Okay, we'll just do the same thing so I don't have to think too hard. And use just these yellow and kind of a, I guess I'm going to go up here. So I stamped a little bit differently this time. There we go. There is the card. Now in here, you can see there's gems. There's pretty, yeah, it's a gorgeous card. I really, really like it. So hopefully you do too. All right, I want to show you, I'm not done yet. My voice is holding on, but if you just joined me, these are the cards that we made with the Encircled in Nature bundle. So beautiful set where one could be a window, one could be outside. Yeah, really pretty cards. I like them. So different, winter and fall, right? Okay, I want to show you the swaps from our team, and this is so different from our normal swaps. This is a coaster calendar. So how many of you are familiar with coaster calendars? So, oh good, I'm glad you ordered that set, Barb. So this is a previous coaster calendar that I made. I think it was probably 2023, and this was my million. Uh-oh, here it comes. Hold on. Hopefully I can make it through this. This was my $1 million stamp set, Life is Beautiful, that I made on the coaster cover. And this is one I did for a class a couple years ago. Now I haven't been doing this class anymore, I'm sorry to say, but this is my team. We each chose a month, and this is what I did on my front of my calendar. And I'm not sure who did every month. I know Jackie did this one. I'm not going to name names because I didn't sort. The gals sorted these, and they took them out of the bags and put them in. They were so great, Jackie and Tracy, to organize our swap for us. But there's that one, and this was my mistake. Look what I did. I planned to put another layer on the back, and then I forgot. So, yep, that was a little bit of a boo-boo. There's April. Here's May. Love this one with the fish that's coming out and the broken. I forget to do this. It's such a fun way to do a greeting. Now, we did not require our projects to be current this time. We could use retired product, retired paper, and everybody loved that. They could use some of their old favorites. So a coaster calendar is so fun to do. It's 4 inches square, and my husband made the calendar. I'm sharing these, now I have the hiccups, sharing these on my blog on, I think, Thursday. So you can see every one, and there's more because I did 4 sets. So isn't that just cool? And so it stands up like this, and then you just flip it for each month. It's so fun to do, yeah. So that was our swap this time. Like I said, I'm sharing it on my blog at Flower Books Ink Spot on Thursday. So if you need anything, here is my tutorial shop. I still have kits and tutorials left. Well, tutorials are always there. But I have kits left, Christmas card kits, and they are super cute this time. And I have some left from last month. If you need Christmas cards done yet this year, I would encourage you to go to my shop to see, because some are super, super simple and fast. You won't feel bad. You won't have to go out and buy Christmas cards because you can make them with my kits. If you need to order, there is my website, and here are the 2 host codes for ordering this month. All right, everybody, thanks. And I'll see you next time, and hopefully with a little better voice and no cough or less cough. All right, thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye.